Today I'm here with Today I'm interviewing Howell West, who is my grandfather-in-law. He served in World War II, and this is a photo that was made of him in Germany in 1945 during the war.
1944, and I went from out of Camp Walters, Texas, for training, and from there I come home and I went to New York to go overseas, and I landed in England about 2 months before D-Day, and I stayed there till after the landing of D-Day. I went in about 3 weeks after D-Day into southern France on the Haw Beach, and I stayed in France 2 or 3 months during the war before I went into Germany. Went through Luxembourg first and into Germany. I got hit by a mortar shell as I was going into Germany, and I went all the way through Germany, and I wound up in what was a little country I told you about?
Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia.
No, that's where I went into when the war was over. I was in Bavaria, and we went from there to the Brenner Pass to set up our lines after the war was over. Austria is where I was at. Austria, when I was in Austria when it ended, and we went to from there to set up our lines in Czechoslovakia to meet the Russians in Czechoslovakia. And from there, I come back to Germany. Went to Nuremberg, Germany. I stayed in Nuremberg during the trials. They had the trials of the war criminals. And I went back to Munich, and I was my outfit I was in, the 80th Infantry Division, was shipped back home, and I stayed with the 338 anti-aircraft outfit in Nuremberg. And then when I got ready to come home, they shipped me back to Nuremberg, and I stayed in Nuremberg about 3 weeks. From Nuremberg, I went back to from Munich. I went back to the port where they sent us back home. But in the meantime, I flipped a coin to see where that would go.
This is a map that shows Mr. West's route through Europe when he was there. If you can look, see, there's red arrows that maps out their march.
Where was the port? lost this Bible in Frankfurt, Germany, when we was going into the airfield at Frankfurt, Germany. We lost nearly all of our men in a small town outside of Frankfurt, Germany, and we'd taken the airfield. Well, nearly all the planes still on the airfield, and somewhere in some of the foxholes I was in, I reckon I lost this Bible in 1944, 45, somewhere along there. And it was sent back to my mother. And I think it's sent back in 55. Yeah, 55. But it was lost in a mail bag for about 2 years in Atlanta. And it was sent to me. Somebody got it out of the mail bag and sent it to me. Anyway, I got it in 55. That'd been about 10 years after the war, wasn't it? I guess.
This is the Bible that Mr. West was showing us in the video, and his mother had given him this before he went to the war, that, like he said, he had lost it. And someone found it in Germany and mailed it back to him. It was almost 10 years after the war when he got it back. This is the original packaging that the Bible came back to him in.
You want to see it? I got this Luger off of a German soldier. Sometime it was going into Germany, but I forgot the little old town where it was at. But the war was nearly over when I got this gun, and they knew we were going to capture them, so they gave the guns to us without firing at us with them. So the war was pretty close to being over, and we captured all the Germans, got all their weapons.
And this is the guy Mr. West was showing us just now. What were the conditions like when you were in the war? Like, what did you eat, and just what kind of...
Well, the conditions was pretty bad. We was in foxholes most of the time, and sometimes they'd get us food, dry K rations. Sometimes we'd go without. We had some kind of a little candy bar that had enough vitamin stuff in it to do us, in case we didn't have no K rations, we could eat that little chocolate bar, and it'll last us half a day or longer. I never went without something to eat over one day at a time. We had the C rations. It's a little bit better than K rations, and but we lived on K rations about biggest time when they was out in the foxholes and them shooting at us, and we was shooting at them. We was out in the rain all the time, snow, freezing cold. Sometimes it's so cold the machine guns wouldn't fire. That's about the way I remember it. There was some kind of cheese in the K rations, pack of cheese, some kind of potted meat, 2 or 3 packs of crackers, and there's always a pack of coffee that you could make coffee if you could find something to heat the water with to make it instant coffee.
How hard was it for you to get medical care if someone was injured or you were sick? Did you get medical care?
Yeah, they'd doctor us up a little bit at night sometimes. We'd have to go back to the front line then. They give us about all the shots. We had all the shots before we went in the battlefield.
These are certificates in New York Port of Embarkation where Mr. West arrived back at New York after he was discharged from the Army. This is his discharge papers that he received in 1945, I believe, 46. These are some photos and postcards from different places while Mr. West was in Europe. In 1945, he won a furlough to Monte Carlo. And that's the photos in here. This is a German newspaper publication from September 1945 called The Thundering Herd, and it's just current events of the time. It's an original.